Hello, Red. Howdy, poet. What's good? And that title was just for you, Red, by the way, just so you know. And I'm learning. It's better. It's a lot better. It's still like clogged, but it's not killing me. Hello, bros. I have learned one thing. I think I'm starting to get too picky of the toy shows. I think I'm starting to get a little too picky. That's why you guys got to help me out and tell me what y'all want to win. And just don't say the most expensive stuff there is. That's all I'm asking. You want to win McDonald's? That's right, so you can have all the burgers for life? I don't think McDonald's does anything light.
tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're braving the right way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're braving the right way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're braving the right way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's doing well out there. And yeah, the ears are still bugging me a little bit, but it's not as bad as it could be. I will say that. Basically, I got home yesterday from the. I actually took Tuesday off because that's how bad I was feeling. And I never take a day off from the work. I'm a workaholic. I came home. I walked in the door, kicked off my shoes. I climbed into bed at 3:30, bundled myself up like a damn cocoon, and I didn't get out of bed till 4 o'clock the next morning. Yes, I was, ooh, and it did me a world of good. I still have a slight sinus congestion, but it is nothing like what it was. No shakes, no natural sweats. So we are actually feeling fairly well compared to last Saturday and last Thursday. But how is everybody doing out there? Welcome to List Wits, folks. We are the one, we are the only live interactive game show where you guys are the contestants, you guys are the winners, you guys are the prize collectors. Everything we have goes to you guys at some point. It's just a question of who and when. And hopefully we'll get a few people on the channel. But I will say, despite my not feeling so well, I actually went to the toy show Sunday, and damned if it wasn't worth it, but it wasn't worth it. I always get there right at 9 o'clock. Always. It's like I want to spend the whole day there perusing, thinking, considering buying, then not buying, then coming back and seeing it sold and thinking, damn it, I should have bought that in the first place. Hello, Mr. Lethal. How's the beauty sleep, my friend? God knows you need a lot of it. But we did pick up quite a few things for you guys, and we actually won something for you guys. That's going to be the difference. We actually won something that we're going to give away. And when I first got it, I'm like, okay, it's kind of cool. And then this is where my sickness kind of kicked in. I didn't catch what I'd actually won. I did not. It's like it didn't click up here what I had actually won. And I got home and I just put it away. I didn't think about it. And then I got up to yesterday and I'm thinking there was a reason this was they were giving this away. It was either because it was really bad or it was really good. And I know this toy show. They don't do things for bad. So I walk in at 9 o'clock. They do the first drawing at 9:15. That's the very first drawing they do. Well, I walked up, dropped my name in the thing, and I walk about 2 steps away, and I see some stuff that I want, which is already a good sign. And the next thing I hear is they call my name, and I had actually won the first door prize, drawing prize, prize drawing. So I was there less than 5 minutes. Less than five. I will say it was probably 3 minutes. And I got something really nice that I think you guys are really, really, really going to like. So basically, what the door prizes are. I can't speak of the English today. We're going to try the Italian. We'll do the hand motions and everything else and see how the Italian speak goes. So if you win the door prize, the first thing they give you is basically a coupon that basically says, show this at the door for the next show and you get in free. Well, because they're not doing a Halloween show, which is very disappointing and my only complaint about the show, really, they were doing two. They're basically saying, all right, if you get the drawing, you win free admission in November, which happens to be right before my birthday. You get free admission for the December show. And the December show is always the good one because that's when it's like, we're going to find toys for the kids. We're going to find collectibles for ourselves. December's always a very good show at this place. Always. It doesn't matter who they're bringing in for the guest. And they always bring in a guest. Usually it's like they bring in Cowboy Bob Orton like once every 3 shows. Guy Gilchrist was at the last one. No, I want something better than a door, Walrus. A lot better than the door. So I've actually already won admission to the November show and the December show with no problem. And hey, show, yeah, it's doing a little better. It's still a little clogged up, but we'll get there. So they basically say, okay, you can have up to 5 things off the table. They had 6 of the Lost figures, and I'm like, I so want that, but they said up to 5, and I'm like, if I grab 5, I'm gonna want the 6th one. So I'm like, I just passed on the Lost figures. So I just went ahead and picked up for the smalls. Picked up 5 Hot Wheels cars. 2 of them. Whoop, wait a minute. Oh, wrong one. 2 of them are from the 1988 first edition set, El Wheels and Mattel Wheels. And then the other 3 were just what they had like right next to it. I didn't feel like being greedy. And you'll see why I didn't feel like being greedy here in a very second. All right, so we actually picked up 5 smalls for you guys. But we're not done. We're not done. So again, this is the first draw prize of the morning. And you know me, I am not a comic book collector. I don't think much of comic books in terms of using them as prizes unless I get a set of them. But the door prize was a comic. And it's a very simple comic. It is from the DC Universe Rebirth. It is Harley Quinn. Now, there's a reason I'm holding it the way I'm holding it. There's a reason I'm holding it the way I'm holding it. Okay, it's a good comic. It's a nice prize. I think it's like it's going for on eBay for anywhere from $5 to $10 for this one in particular. Until you see the signatures. It was dual signed by the authoress, Amanda Connor, and I think the other one is Hardin's signature. I am not sure. I think that one is Hardin's. And if I had Nerdy here, he would tell me like right off the bat. He would know. but it is actually signed by Amanda Connor, right there. And again, I think that's Harden. I think that's Harden. If somebody can tell me otherwise, let me know. Um, but yeah, that was basically the first door prize of the show. And I'm thinking, it doesn't matter what happens from this show out, I scored well. Plain and simple. So I actually have to figure out what the value of this is with the signatures. I have seen ones that have been signed by 3 of the artists going for as much as $90. Um, I don't think it's a $90 signature, but I am not a comic book market person. That's why I said that's where I need Nerdy around. Nerdy could probably tell me right off the bat. And like I said, I know. And the funny thing was, like I said, when I got it at the shop, I was still feeling blah. So all I knew is I got the Harley Quinn comic. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. And I put it in the bag, and I make sure not to bend it, not to fold it. I always make sure of that. And I got home, and I put the bags down, didn't think anything about it. I go collapse in bed after the show, and I'm like, I don't even look at it. I don't even look at it until today. I get home from the office, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, there's got to be something about this that I'm missing. And I'm looking it over, and I'm looking it over, and it doesn't even click in my head till about 10 minutes before I start broadcasting that it's got the signatures. That was how out of it I have been all week. That is how out of it I have been all week. So, like I said, I got to figure out what the value on it is and figure out where I'm going to store it. Whether it's going to go in the vault, whether it'll be a puzzle, or whether it'll just be a large. I haven't figured that one out just yet. Harley Quinn was always best in the anime. Yes and no. I will say yes and no to that. Because I actually sat down and watched the movie, the animated movie with where they try to get Harley to help them fight Poison Ivy and what was his name? I can't remember now. But it's basically she ends up tying Robin up, and they reportedly have a tryst and all of that, and it's totally worth it just for that one, just for that one. So then I'm at the show, and there's nothing really. I told you guys, I get to the first table, I see about 12 things I want. But I'm like, I'm not buying 12 things from one table just off the bat. It's not happening. I do that, my budget's gone like in a heartbeat, and everything was like $5-10 on the table. And it's like I could have made off with a lot of good stuff. But I'm like, I gotta go look around first. As I'm walking off, something just clicks in my head and says, stop. Last time you did this, you did not pick up the Transformers chess set. And I regretted that. And I never had this warning bird go off in my head, ever. So I turn around, I'm walking down one of the aisles, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to go at least get these. So, one of the first things that I picked up was a chess set. Told you guys I can almost never pass up on a chess set that's different. So I actually picked up, give me 1 minute. I don't want the sticker on there. Not as though it really matters, because it's not what I paid for it. So I actually picked up the Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King chess set. And it was one of those where I knew if I walked away, it was not going to be there when I got back. I just knew it. And like I said, I got burned once Um, when I when I basically walked off from the Transformers chess set, thinking I'd come back for it and maybe they'd work a better deal. And when I got back, it was gone. And I'm like, nope, I can't walk away from it. I cannot walk away from it this time. I gotta pick it up. Got to. No choice. So I picked up, like I said, for you guys, the Lord of the Rings, Return of the King chess set. Now I do know that Parker Brothers made one for the trilogy, for each of the trilogies. They made a chess set for Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and Return of the King. I know they made one for each of them. So if you ever happen to find all three of them, go for it. That's all I'm going to say. But while I'm at the first table, so again, this is still all the first table. This is the door prize and the first table. This is it so far. I also picked up, I gotta go get to these, so bear with me. And these were what originally caught my eye. And it was just sort of like she had also had like the girls of Sin. She had 4 of the girls from Sin City. She also had like all 4 of the Reservoir Dog figures. Mr. White, Mr. Black, Mr. Blonde, and Mr. Brown. But she was only selling those as a set. And I wasn't ready to blow my budget on a set that early. If I had had any money left and I'd gotten back to it and it was still there, I would have gone for it. But I didn't. So we actually saw these. And like I said, these were what caught my attention first and foremost at the table. These are made by McFarlane, which is always a good thing. There's never a thing as a bad McFarlane piece. We picked up Kip from Napoleon Dynamite. There's Kip from Napoleon Dynamite. We also picked up, and this was the key one to this. I think if this one hadn't been there, I wouldn't have picked up any of them. We picked up Pedro. Say hello to Pedro. So we also picked up Pedro. Now, supposedly, these have sound. Supposedly, I don't know how it works. So you got my back and everything. And the funny thing is, Pedro's got the little doll with her. Pedro's got the doll with him, which surprised the hell out of me. There's Kip's girlfriend for you, bros. And, of course, what is Napoleon Dynamite if you don't pick up Napoleon Dynamite? So, yeah, we actually found all 3 of these at the toy show. And, ironically, she said that was all she had left. There's another Napoleon in the Vote for Pedro shirt. And there's one with the tetherball, but she didn't have those, or she didn't include them, or she already sold them. And I'm trying to see what Pedro or Napoleon comes with. He comes with the bouquet, and it looks like the door. Looks like, so there's your door for the door prize. That needs to be a token set, you think? Alright, so we picked up 3 Napoleon Dynamite pieces. Yes, they are all McFarlane. They are all McFarlane. Like I said, if I see something different and it's McFarlane, whether it's King Kong, Dracula, Napoleon Dynamite, I will grab it. So, we picked up Napoleon Dynamite. At this point, my goal is to find stuff for October. That's my only goal right now, is to find stuff for October. And It was rough. I walked past. I avoided everybody that was selling pops. I avoided everybody that was selling Hot Wheels. I was avoiding everybody that was selling die-cast cars because I literally wanted monsters, Walking Dead, Evil Dead, horror movies. That's all I wanted. That was it. That was my goal. And I even talked to one of the dealers, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, I think there's only like two dealers that have anything monster related right now." And one of them was actually, it was in the top, um, and we just, it was, they were like, they were good, but they weren't special. They were good, but they weren't special. They had like a couple of albums I was interested in. Like they had the soundtrack for Evil Dead 2, The Exorcist, um, Night of the Living Dead, and one other one. And it was like, okay, if I've got any money left, I'll stop back off at these guys. This will be my last one. That way I can say I got something monster related. Okay? But when you're talking Halloween, you gotta talk H.P. Lovecraft. You got to. Hello, Jax. How are you doing, beautiful? So, if you guys saw my Instagram account, you guys saw all the resin statues that were up there. And I kind of budgeted on this. So, we actually picked up the Cthulhu figure. So, we actually picked up the Cthulhu figure. Oh my God! Wait. Somebody make sure I'm not misreading anything. That does say Quiet Turtle, right? I'm making sure that says Quiet Turtle. I just want to be 100% sure because I've been giving him hell when he's not here for not being here. So yeah, we actually picked up Cthulhu. I wanted one of the larger ones, but it was kind of like I got to control the budget a little. So that's the Cthulhu figure that we did pick up for you guys. I almost always, if I haven't given away all my Cthulhu figures, I almost always pick up one from them. Yep. Hey, Jax, good news. I think I'm going to put your package out this Saturday. It says loud shelled crustacean. That would be, ooh, crab chowder. Crab chowder, yes. So, Jax, I think yours will definitely be. Like I said, I got to make sure I got the budget completely lined up exactly right because I do have to pay the house note very soon. But I'm definitely going to try to get yours out this weekend. I actually have all the custom forms around it. I had to go. I walked to the post office last paycheck, and I literally, hey, Aaron, what's good? And at our post office, they have the long counter. You actually have to walk around to get to it. As I'm leaving, they only have the large custom form. They don't do the small custom forms anymore for some reason. I just literally grabbed every custom form. No, I have not put it out yet, Aaron. And I literally just took every custom form out of the shelf and walked off with them. They are actually sitting out in my car right now. Uh, but no, Aaron, yours and a few others will take a while. That's the problem with being international. All right. So, like I said, I'm shopping and I am looking for Halloween stuff. I want Halloween stuff, no ifs, ands, or buts, and I just come up blank. So then I find something that I'm actually going. I've already got pre-sent. I got planned to pre-send to Nerdy, and as I'm walking around, I get to a dealer. Doesn't have anything Halloween up, but I had been in a conversation previously with Dr. Jekyll about one of our favorite scary games. And what do you happen to believe I actually find is this very, very scary game. So, it fit the Halloween theme. It is pretty much the one of only two Halloween things I picked up. Actually, we'll do the small one first. We'll lead into the big one. So we actually picked up. This is one of only two Halloween things. Now this is bad. When you're at a toy show, no October toy show, and one of the only two things you can find are midnight horror theater. This is 44 hours. Thank you, Jax. How you doing? Um, this is 44 hours of midnight horror theater. I have no idea if these are B movies or great horror or bad horror. But this is the list of the movies. Let's see, what did we have? So we got like Blood Money. What's good, my friend? How are things? So we got things like Atom Age Vampire. Oh, I just realized. Wow, I just realized what's on here. For those of you that think Dracula is the original, there is a film called Nosferatu from 1922 that has been remade or re-recorded and is on this DVD. I did not even see. Like I said, I was so sick I hadn't looked at any of this. I'm trying to see what else is on here. Let's see. R, not rated, not rated, R, not rated, not rated, not rated. I know, I want to steal that so bad at times. I really do. So we got like about 20 vampire movies. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17 other movies from the 1960s to the 1980s. I think these are like all the B horror movies. Brain Twisters, The Madman of Mandaras. Every little bit helps, Jax. Like I said, I do this for the fun of it more than anything. Trip with Teacher. Okay, let's see. What's Trip with the Teacher? A chilling experiences terror as a group of female students and their pretty teacher are ambushed while on a field trip with a sadistic killer and his brother, forcing the women to learn a lesson in survival. All right, so this was one of the two horror things I picked up. But yeah, Nosferatu. Can't believe I did not even see that on there. I cannot believe I did not see that on there. So back to the original point of this story. So like I said, it's slim pickings for Halloween's. It might be in their show. It might be on there. So some time ago, and this was, I think, right after Dr. Jekyll had taken his break, or his hiatus, we had gotten to talking about some of our favorite games that we think would have been great for streaming with. And we came up with one where, like, we don't know if we could do it, but it'd be sure as hell fun to play on, like, a Halloween. It is the video board game of Nightmare. This is the original one. With the Gatekeeper. And you guys can actually go look. You think you can win? I think not. If you guys actually go look on YouTube, there are some people that literally took the entire VHS and they literally just copied the whole VHS to YouTube. So you could play it that way. But this is the part that was amazing to me. That is the VHS tape in pristine condition. I swear it looks like it has never been taken. It looks like it honestly has never been run once. Because the label, the gold label on the side is like in one piece. There's no flaking. It fits snug in the rug, and it has all the cards in pieces. Um, Now, the only bad thing about it is whoever owned this beforehand basically farked with the backs, and I'm not going to read what they wrote. But because it was the Nightmare game, I couldn't pass it up. I could not pass this up for any reason. If you've never seen it or how it plays, you need to win this around a Halloween episode and then play it. Like I said, the only disappointing part is they'd actually already scribbled on the back of some of the Nightmare cards, which was disappointing. But other than that, it looks like it is in fantastic shape. It absolutely looks like it's in fantastic shape. It even has the gravestone markers. So yeah, this was one Jekyll and I were talking about. Was like, if I was, and he basically told me at one point in the past, if I ever found it, I better pick it up. Yeah, no one show. He's guessing random years. He's guessing random years. He wants those 2 whammies. All right. So, like I said, those were the only 2 Halloween items I found. So from that point on, it was just pretty much research. And I had pretty much chewed up my budget for the most part. By that, I picked up something for myself. And like I said, I picked something up for Nerdy that I'm sending him. So I almost went through my entire budget. But I did manage to score a few things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more items. And then we're going to get to the French printer. A while ago, I managed to pick up some Star Trek figures from a guy. He basically sold me like 15 of them for like $3 a piece. Well, he's never been back. He's never had that deal. And nobody else will come close to matching what he offered. But I did manage to find 4 more Star Trek figures. So we have Jean-Luc Picard. We have my favorite, Q. And this is the guy that I bought the Star Wars plates from. And I was trying to get him to deal on these because the boxes are not in great shape. And he's like, no, $10 a piece. And I'm like, dude, with these boxes like they are, you'll be lucky if you get 5. And I'm like, I will give you 5 per right now. Because they were bubbling out, the corners are in bad shape, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, dude, you'll get lucky you get 5 each. And I said, I'll give you 5 each for them. And he's like, no, I can't do it or I'm going to be losing out. And we have Beverly Crusher. And I'm like, $5 is what you're probably going to get offered. And he's like, nope, can't do it. And I'm like, all right, I will be Joe, I'm going to tell you something, because if you haven't seen it yet, you need to get on Last Fan Standing. That he basically runs a game show. It's a trivia game, and it's pretty much just question and answer. It's question and answer. And if you go check out Con TV, because I was up Saturday morning before I was doing the show prep, and I'm sitting there watching nothing but him doing Last Fan Standing, like in 6 different cities. He'd gone to a convention in New Orleans and he had ran it. One in Portland he had ran it. One in Cleveland, I think he had run it. And I don't remember where the others are off the top of my head. Alright, so we're going to get down to the last 2 items I bought for you guys. And then we got to pull out the mystery box. So, like I said, there wasn't a lot of Halloween stuff. So, as I tell you guys, I still think these are better than Pops. I picked up the metal diecast for Deadshot from the Suicide Squad batch. So we are going to be adding Deadshot to the prize pile. He does it every year. It's like his gig for conventions, because it actually lets him get to meet a couple of people, and they actually get to have fun with him more so than just the 15-second autograph and photo. And then we picked up the last thing that we actually picked up from DC Direct. Is one Mr. Jonah Hex. And I picked this up just because I am a huge Jonah Hex fan. Like I said, I love anybody that's just basically human and a superhero. And to me, that's Jonah. Yeah, he's got super abilities of sorts. But, like I said, he is one of my favorites of the DC world. Just because it's the Wild West, Jonah Hex, a gun, what more do you need? And then you got Lilith and a few others. Depends, bros. Which G.I. Joes are we talking about? Are we talking about the cartoon ones? Or are we talking about some of the original G.I. Joe? Or are we talking about the new craptastic ones from the movie? Are we talking cartoons or movies? Alright. And then, like I said, I'm not going to show you the stuff I bought for myself, because that's for me. It is time to open up the mystery box. And it does not have a printer on it. Walrus. I kept joking with Walrus. It's like, when's he sending me a French printer? And he never does. Or he never did until just now. And he still didn't send a printer. He sent, I'm trying to figure out what we can actually call this. A keyboard, maybe? It's a French keyboard. So, I have not opened this. I have not pried anything on this. So, I don't know where it's safe to cut this at and where it's not safe to cut this at. And pray I don't cut anything important. Alright. Let's see if we can do this just opening one end of the box. Which is always fun to try. Alright, there we go. Uh-oh, he bubble wrap things, which is always scary in itself. Oh, we have... I could eat a peach for hours. I can't do Nicolas Cage while I got a cold. I could eat a peach for hours. Maynard's Fuzzy Peach. Does that mean it's like fuzzy candy? Let's see. Let's see if it's fuzzy candy. Oh, it is fuzzy candy. It's soft fuzzy candy. Mmm, that's good. That's good. Then we have Thrills, and at the bottom, you see, it still tastes like soap. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ah. That's what I'm thinking. That was the first thing that came to mind. It's like, I remember Nerdy trying one of them, and I can't remember the face he made. And then we got more Maynards. Swedish berries. They go with the Swedish bikini team. If the Swedish bikini team's in here, I'll be like really, really impressed. Ooh. Bubbles is not getting this. Coffee Crisp. I guarantee you Bubbles is not getting that. Do you have... No, we have... Ours are... I know Welch's makes a version. And I can't remember. There's one other company that makes them like that. And Mr. Big. Big, 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 big. Get Mr. Big to be really big. Original. God. Walrus, you're gonna make me even fatter than I normally am. And I'm trying to make sure I get everything. Then we have, holy shit. See, I know what this is. I have had one just like this. I'm going to take back everything I said mean about knuckleheads. No, I'll take back everything I said mean about one walrus knucklehead. We have Turkish Delight. I know what this is. My grandma used to make this for us and send it to us on occasion. Yeah, you win diabetes. All right. Oh, I think there's one more. I'm trying to do this without pulling anything apart. Oh, and then we have the Swedish fish to go with the Swedish berries. So we have Swedish berry fish. Let's see. Can we? Nah, it doesn't work. I was trying to fold them up so it said Swedish berry fish. All right. And then, oh, wait a minute. There's something else still down there. Or it may have fallen out of the wrapping. Oh, there's more stuff down here. Hold on. All right, I gotta make sure I get it out. All right, everything out. It's like it's a never-ending candy dispenser. That's what it is. All right, and then we have Nestle Aero. I want to say that's the one they make only in Canada. I think it's the one they make only in Canada. Ooh. Now these I've heard of. These sour wine gums I have definitely heard of. And these are definitely face puckers. These are definitely. Oh, they're also in the UK? Why do I not remember them from in the UK? Oh. Damn, Walrus. If this weren't a live stream, I would play this right now to play it on air. He actually sent me the Jesus Christ Superstar album. Oh, you guys don't know how much I loved this. I am a huge musical fan. I am a huge motion picture soundtrack fan. And that's amazing. My mom has one copy of it at home. I tried to claim it from her. She wouldn't let me have it. Yeah, Mom. Now I got my own. Alright, and then he's still got something wrapped up. I don't know if this is something else that's still as fragile. Alright, we're going to have to cut the tape. We're going to have to cut the tape. As much as I don't want to do it that way, I figure it's safer that way. Ah, Walrus, you shouldn't have, man. You really shouldn't have. There you go, is freaking amazing, and I don't know where my hat is right now. I don't know where my hat is at the moment. That is bloody amazing. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to hang it so everybody sees it all the time. It's a perfect likeness. It's a very perfect likeness. Dude, that is freaking incredible. And now I'm wishing I knew where I'm now. Yeah, I saw the stash. I saw the stash. He's kind of like right there on the question mark. You can't get away from the stash. The stash does not go anywhere. Oh, dude, that is amazing. And now I gotta, like I said, I gotta figure out where I can put this so it's gonna be up all the time during every broadcast. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, Pops, but we're gonna have to cover you up. Now I gotta make sure I stay out of the way of that scene. Wait a minute. Let's see. Can I move over there? There we go. Peanuts and popcorn. That is freaking amazing. Jekyll, you missed it. I showed off which Cthulhu figure I picked up. I did not pick up the one with the boobs. I didn't have the money for him. So we actually picked up the seated Cthulhu figure. Ta-da! Focus, camera, focus. It doesn't want to focus right now. And then we showed off the Nightmare game that you and I had been talking about, and when I found it, oh, hell yes. All right, so I'm going to go away and eat all the candy while you guys are watching. Ah, dude, like I said, that is amazing, but you don't know how much that one actually means to me. That one means a lot. Just because, like I said, my mom has always been a hard case with me getting her albums. No co-host tonight, Aaron. Well, Alley Cat's sitting up there, but you can't see Alley Cat at the moment. I gotta figure out. I'm gonna have to rearrange my personal storage shelf. I don't have a choice. I'm definitely gonna have to rearrange my personal storage shelf. Because I have so much stuff that I want to be able to show off that I can't show off. And then I got to find a place to hang a few other things. All right, so thank you, Twisted. That or Walrus. That means a lot, though, man. It really, really, really does. All right, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I have been talking for about 45 minutes, which is almost a record for me. I use the word almost. Not quite, but close. That was the only one I could find. That was honestly the only one I could find and afford at the moment, Jekyll. Like I said, I kind of wanted the hand one that he had, but I was like, it didn't feel as Lovecraftian to me. Although I got why he did it with the label that he had put on it, and it was like an extra $40 for that one. And it was kind of, hello, Twisty. Oh, shiznits. So yeah, I picked that up, and I picked up like I said we were talking about. I picked up the Nightmare game, and it was just because of that conversation that you and I had about how much we really miss good scary stuff. So yeah, it was a good trip and a bad trip all in one. Like I said, we got the signed Harley Quinn comic. We got the Nightmare game, and like I said, about the only disappointment was the fact that after all of that, there was only, like I said, there was only like 3 Halloween things that I really picked up, and that was the Nightmare game, the Cthulhu figure, and the Monster Movies DVD. And like I said, somebody who wins that is going to love it just because of what's in it. Like I said, 17 hours of Gorehouse greats, and then 20 plus movies of vampires and bloodsuckers. So what I may do is I've got one more shopping trip that I know of is coming up to me. I may go over to my signature guy and see what he has Halloween based. And if I can do that this weekend, then what I'll probably do is every Saturday night will be one of the Halloween prizes. So the Cthulhu figure, the Nightmare game, the horror movies, and if I can find something good this weekend, because I really think that's all I have. I'm trying to think if I've got anything over in. Well, I do have Hansel, Gretel, and Eve and Ash. So I do have those we can consider. That would just about clean out my scary stuff, though, I think. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see on that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, like I said, I know I've been doing a lot of talking tonight, but that's just because we had all that stuff to show off and all them candies to show off. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, it is time for the four-letter word. And, whoop. Oh, I know what this word is supposed to be. I almost forgot what this word was supposed to be because I didn't change it. So, for those of you that are participating, the four-letter word is basically plain and simple. That four-letter word, I got to remember which way to point. Can't point that way, I got to point this way. That's one reason it's good I moved over. That four-letter word in that corner, right down there, that reads straight down from top to bottom. Each letter completes the appropriate word going across the screen. So, for instance, if you think it is seen, that would be sack, lime, fuel, and near. A very good, very valid four-letter word, but it is not the four-letter word that we are specifically looking for. All right. So we got 14 minutes on the timer. I'm trying to figure out if I can use the box to ship some of these other packages. See, it's going to be weird using this size box to ship Joey one album. So I still got to go pick up like one album ship because he's still got the Close Encounters of the Third Kind that I have to send out. And like I said, guys, when your toy shopping strip gets you winning that with the signatures, you know it's a good toy show no matter what happens afterwards. And like I said, I kind of felt bummed out because I couldn't find any Halloween stuff. But then all I gotta do is go back and look at this, and go back and look at the Lord of the Rings figure, the chess set, and the Cthulhu piece, and the Nightmare game, and I'm like, okay, it was a good show. It was a very, very, very good show. No ifs, ands, or buts. In addition, folks, the website has been getting updated by a friend of mine. If you guys check out the website, please, please, please let us know what you think. We erased... you're going to miss 3.2 beer? Why are you going to miss 3.2 beer? Hey, Johnny, how we doing? And you are allowed to guess as often as you like, just to let you guys know. As you guys can see, like Twisted threw a couple of them back to back. I think the 4-second timer is in play for everybody but myself, Lethal, and I think Dr. J and maybe Nerdy. Because it's leaving as of October 1st. Yeah. 20 years of memories, not regret. Do it as 20 years of memories, Twisted. Money, I meant to ask, were you on Tuesday? Because for some reason, I didn't ever get a notification. Well, and like I said, it may have been because I was still sick in the head. And no, not that kind of sick in the head, folks. I was kind of still screwed up in the head. And I don't remember a lot from Monday or Tuesday. I know I missed Nerdy's show on Monday. And then I'm like, did I miss seeing Money's notification on Tuesday? And then I knew I didn't watch anybody yesterday. Because like I said, I went home, I went straight to bed, and I just basically turned myself into a cocoon. Okay, maybe that's why I missed it then. Because I always just look for the notifications, and then I'll drop in on the notifications and hang around for a while, depending on what's going on. If Zombie Queen's around there, that stupid troll, I don't stay. Just to let you know, I hate dealing with her, him, her, it, whatever name we want to give it. That's why I don't say much, because I get tired of dealing with the same stupidity over and over. Because they can't ever come up with any new insults. Pedro, vote for Pedro. That's all I'm gonna say is vote for Pedro. Shotgun. All right, um, so yeah, like I started to say, I will be the web page is getting updated. Like I said, a lot of it's been done already. There's going to be a few more tweaks here and there. Like I got to get the data in the descriptions and the rules in there, which is going to be a nightmare to do in itself. But they're going to be broken down a bit so that you'll see the open games, the closed games, the one-player games, and a few more that will get. Because the guy that was doing it for me, pointed some stuff out for me that I did not know. All right, we are actually going to be drinking tequila sparkling water. No Dr. Pepper plug tonight. Dr. Pepper, I still want you to sponsor me. So we changed up the webpage a bit. I am going to clean up a lot of the game scenes. No, it is actually still on the Discord channel. I got to remember to grab that and use it. But like I said, with me being sick for the last week and a half, there's a lot I couldn't do that I wanted to. See, this is what happened when you say 3.2% Twisted. I now want alcohol. And I'm running out of alcohol in the house. I think all I got left now is straight hard liquor. No beer, no wine, just straight hard liquor is all that's left in the house. So yeah, like I said, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up some of the gameplay pages or the stream pages. Somebody suggested that it's just a little too noisy for their liking. And I'm like, that's kind of like the purpose of the backgrounds, is so it's not blank and dull and ordinary. And he's like, all right, well, you can kind of leave them, but like rearrange it a little. So I've already started, as you guys will see, with the 4-letter word, the list, and the treasure hunt. I just have to figure out how much I'm going to clean up from this point. The only catch is if I do this, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jekyll gets our 4-letter word of the evening. It was indeed S-P-R-Y. We had sack, limp, furl, and year. And don't get any ideas from all those words, folks. It just happened to be 4 words that I came up with that all went together. But knowing some of you, you guys had something else in mind. All right, so with that, we jump over to Dr. Jekyll's short at the vault. All right, Dr. Jekyll, the rules are very, very, very simple. First and foremost, oh, come on. You're a very spry person yourself, Money. You have to know what that means. So first and foremost, Dr. J, we get to choose 1 row. Damn it, all this candy is making me... I'm going to have to put the diabetes command back in. I'm going to have to put the diabetes command back in on the board. That was the word. That is so wrong in so many ways, bros. So wrong in so many ways. All right, we know the third number is not a 7. We know the third number on the board is not a 7. So, Dr. Jekyll, whenever you are ready, my friend, we need... I'm trying to make room for everything now. Try to put stuff out of the way where I'm not going to, like, nibble on it over and over and over and over. All right, Dr. Jekyll says the combination to the vault tonight is 1746. Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask Lethal, I was born in like 2 BC. That's what he says. Is the combination to the vault, which we plug into the computer right now, 1, 7, 4, 6. See, whenever you guys try to guess what year I'm born, it's never the right one. You guys never guess it when you guess my year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I need to put some music on. And I'm going to hope that is not too loud, because I know the list does not, to my recollection, have any sounds to it. And this again is one of those where you guys will actually see some changes. Like I said, down at the bottom, we're going to put in a list of people who have actually won prizes recently. I only have the last 3 in, which is Walruses winning the puzzle, Silence getting Grog Island, and Sari with the Iron Man keychain. One of the things I want to do is I want to keep that list updated, and I'll probably set it so it's like the last 10 winners, and it'll just float across across there at the bottom. I do want to resize it so it looks a little neater, but we'll have to see how that goes. But like I said, some of the changes you guys are going to see is the timer will be moved over. So the timer will be like right down below me. I still have to figure out where I'm going to put the new puzzles. The big puzzles. That I haven't figured out yet. I have not figured out where I'm going to put the new puzzles. It is probably the hardest thing on my list to do, because I'm running out of blank space. Believe it or not, when I first started doing this, everybody's like, oh, you got too much empty space on there. And then all of a sudden I start putting stuff together, and I don't have the empty space that I used to have on my screen. No, my social security number is 0001. Alright, so, where's my notepad? And my pen. Notepad and pen, so I can get this written down. And like I said, I think it's still in 4-second slow mode, but I'm not 100% sure. It was hard to come up with a theme for today. It was hard to come up with... How long does it take a beer to cool down? Depends on whether or not you're putting it in the freezer or not, Twisted. And I honestly went through all the holidays for the day, and I couldn't come up with anything. So for tonight, it's all pretty much word phrases. It's all pretty much word phrases. And for this list, we are looking for rock phrases. We are looking for words and phrases that contain the word rock. And for those of you that have never seen the list before, it is very simple. We have 10 phrases on the board that contain the word rock. There are a lot more out there, such as rock and roll. But rock and roll is not one of the 10 that we pre-chose for the list tonight. So yeah, you can come up with a lot of phrases that contain the word rock. Rocking around the clock, rockabye baby, rock lobster. But they may not make the cut. They may not make the cut. And I will tell you, there were a lot of rock phrases. I actually took Rock of Gibraltar out at the last minute. I actually took Rock of Gibraltar out at the last minute on this list. Just because it was there and I didn't like it. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have joined us, welcome to List Wits. We are the only live interactive game show where you guys can win the prizes. And again, we showed off about, 30 of them tonight? No, 17 of them tonight. We showed off about 17 prizes that are going to be eventually put into... Ooh, I like the rock around the neck one. Brighton Rock almost made my cut. Believe it or not, Brighton Rock, John, came really close to making it because there's a new series that's either coming out on... I think it's on Amazon. That's about Brighton Rock. And I want to watch that so much. I totally want to see that one. Just because it's a scary story from you-know-where. And it's like, I don't think it's ever actually been done. Oh, somebody, show you had it and you lost it. Show you had it and you let it go. You basically said, can you smell what the rock's cooking? Castle Rock is definitely there. Sari with Rock the Boat. I had Don't Rock the Boat, but I will take either or. My wife has actually is hooked on the Castle Rock series. I have yet to figure out who's the good guys, who's the bad guys, who's the monsters. I tried, and it's a good series, but I haven't been able to figure it out. It's one of those where you just have to watch it to... Oh, I think somebody got one and I missed it. Hold on, let me look. I think I missed one, but I'm going to double check. All right, nope, I'm not seeing it. It's been fun to watch, but it's kind of like if you miss 10 minutes of any episode, you're lost. Because that's what happened to me is I'm sitting there watching episode 2, I think, with Bubbles. And I had to step away, and by the time I came back, it was like, okay, I thought this person was a bad person, and this person was a good person. Now this person's a good person, and this person's neither. Oh, show calling for the wheel spin. All right, show you put a pause on the game. So I do not take any guesses at the moment. So the last one that we take is Red Walrus's Rock Slide. All right, show calling for the wheel spin. see how showy show does. Oh, it is no prize for Mr. Kosugi. It is the pink, which is never a good thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are back to the list. So again, if you guess between Walrus's Rock Slide and that last question, get the guess in again, and the timer starts now. Moon rock like rocks in the head. Red, you took one of my good ones. I thought this one might sneak through for a while. I thought Rock the Casbah was going to sneak through. But you proved me wrong. Damn it. Like I said, I would have swore I saw one earlier that I don't have recorded. But it's not there. Oh, I know we got this one. I know we got this one. Sea Chicken had it at some point. Sari beat him to it. I'm making sure nobody got it before Sari. Nope. Okay, that one goes to Sari. That one goes to Sari. I knew I saw that one somewhere. So we are down to just 5, ladies and gentlemen. Now we know who to send the FBI after, right, bros? Now we know who to send the FBI after. Bros is the one that got it, so Bros is the one we're going to turn all the attention to. Alright, so we are down. Kind of sucks. When I pour the can into glass, it disappears a lot faster. I just had a train of thought and it just like completely rolled off the rails. And I don't remember what it was. I'll figure it out. So yeah, guys, like I said, I got a ton of stuff I do have to add to the prize pile now. And a ton of plastic bags that I need to start wrapping up. Oh, I was looking for my airbags. You ever step on an airbag? It makes a loud pop. Yes, there was a movie called Rock the Cradle as well, bros. But it's more fun to do the accusations. 30 rock solid. Oh, Twisted, stealing it. I think Twisted kind of stole that one from you, John. You are on the right track, and then Twisted beat you to it. 3rd rock from the sun. You were on the right track when you said 30 rock, and I'm like, I know where he's going next. And then Twisted jumps in and says, that one's mine, baby. So yeah, guys, like I said, for those of you that have never played the list before, is basically, oh, I like the Norman Rockwell one. I like that one. What the list is basically 10 phrases that just damn it! And I use that word loosely just because I thought that was going to be the hard one to stick around. It was like, all right, Rock the Casbah, maybe. Kid Rock, nobody will pick Kid Rock. Yeah, Bubbles claiming she guessed it in her head. But behind these 10 items, what we do is basically there will either be a blank spot, there will be a vault shot, or a player shot. If you get the prize slot. If you get the prize slot, you can either take the small prize in one of these 185 chests. Actually, I think there's more, but I think I put them in after I set the board up, so they're not going to show up. Or you can claim a token. If you are the first person to collect 5 tokens, you actually get 5 of the Star Wars Cantina Band 12-inch figure, or 14-inch figure. I forget if they're 12-inch or 14-inch. But we actually have 5 of the 6. But what you're doing is you're basically sacrificing the bird in the hand, which is the small prize, for a possible chance at one of those 5. Or of those 5. Can't tell. Oh, see, everybody's got an advantage over Twisted. It's called Hunt and Peck, Twisted. You use your good hand, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. Damn it, Siri. That was my good one. It's like, alright. It's like, nobody's going to come up with Crocodile Rock. Nobody. And then somebody comes up with that. Well, everything you do scares people. You know that. Money, you know me better than that. You know me better than that. Well, I'm surprised nobody played with his hand is killing me quote. Or turned it on him. Oh, I am so glad, because that would have been a lousy wasted tequila alcohol. Or tequila water. That would have been a horrible waste of tequila water. Bedrock and broomsticks. Oh wait, no, it's bed knobs and broomsticks. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are just joining us or joining us for the first time, welcome to List Wits. We are the only live interactive game show, and I use the word game show specifically for us. There are shows where there are people that do trivia. Most of the time they're playing games and they have their little trivia about running. But that's not why we actually do this. There's a category on Twitch known as Trivia 101, and nobody uses it. There are so many possible ways to put together a show that educates and entertains all at once. If I was including the Rockies, that would definitely be in there, John. I thought about doing a Rocky list, but it's like my Rocky list actually came up really short. Because I had Rocky Balboa, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Rocky and Bullwinkle, and I think one other one. And I ran out of Rockies. And Rocky Mountains. And I'm like, everybody's going to know those 4. And it was kind of like, where do I go after that? And it's like, alright, let's just do the Rock one. And ironically, I think it was because I had heard somebody had Crocodile Rock on their phone playing that I actually did Rock Lift. But yeah, like I was saying, there are streamers out there that do trivia. There are streamers out there that they go in and they play the retro trivia game. You'll see them play, and one of them I'm a fan of for the most part. They'll go back and they'll play the Family Feud off the Nintendo, Family Feud off of the PlayStation. They'll go play Pyramid, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and so on and so forth. But they only play with their friends on Discord. And to me, you're punishing the rest of your fans and watchers by not giving them a chance to play. And again, I am a huge fan of one of these streamers. And again, I won't say who he or she is, but the only people he invites to play are the same 3 or 4 people on his Discord channel. And I'm like, okay, so you're using Twitch, you're streaming on Twitch, you're showing to your fans on Twitch, but they can't participate. I don't get that. I really don't get that. That's the one reason I don't use Discord a lot when I'm streaming. We did it a couple of weeks ago, and we'll probably do it again at some point. But it'll mostly be for if I can get some guest celebrities. Maybe they're part of his co-host. They may be. I know they're only ever on Discord though, because I know he's in the UK and some of them are in the United States. But, and like I said, it's a great little trivia show. Or game playing show. But it's not a game show for you guys. It's not a trivia show for you guys. He doesn't recognize the people if they are in the chat and participating. He only plays with them. Or it may be a trust issue. So it doesn't count to me as a game show. Then I have another one that I'm a huge fan of, where he basically has streamers play the games, and they're only playing they're each playing for one player in chat, but they're playing. And that works. So it's a trivia show. It's not a game show. For it to be a game show, you guys actually have to be able to play and participate to win. It's sort of like if we were doing The Price is Right, and it's like, all of you people are in the studio audience, but you're only coming down if I know you. Okay. Not quite what a game show should be. And like I said, that's why I still say, and like I said, there's one other person right now. After this game, you may dip out. We know where Twist is dipping himself. There's only one other streamer that I know of that I can think of that basically did run a trivia show where the channel actually participated and could win. And unfortunately, they were doing it originally where they were doing like a cash donation once a week. No, you only have one, Sari. You got the one from Saturday. Because I didn't run a second list on Saturday because I wasn't feeling hot. Or no, I ran a second list, but somebody claimed a prize for one of them, I think. Because my notepad... Oh, no, it does say 2 for you. Never mind, it does say 2 for you. So I have to fix it. That was when I was still not completely awake. So I just forgot to update it completely. That's on me. So yeah, you are at 2. So that's why I say we are the only game show on Twitch and YouTube and Mixer and StreamMe and all of them, where you guys are the contestants. All the prizes go to you, and all you got to do is one of 3 things: watch, play, win. The command doesn't work on YouTube, Allie. The bot only works on Twitch. You got to remember that the wheel and the whammies only work on Twitch. It's a bot limitation because I like that one, Sea Chicken. That one I really like. Big Rock Candy Mountain. That's a really good one. And like I said, it doesn't matter where you live. There are no obligations. We don't say donate or you won't get your prizes. We don't say give us bits or nothing's coming your way. There are no strings to what we do. And like I said, there's only one other streamer that I have seen that has done this. And her name is Felicity. She hasn't done it in a couple of weeks because originally they were actually giving away cash. Based on how many people won, it was basically game 1 was worth $10, game 2 was worth $10, and I think game 3 was worth 20. And they would split up the winnings to PayPal to that, and they kind of realized giving away money is a lot harder than you think. It's probably a little cheaper than what I do at times, because I have to pay postage and handling for my stuff. So yeah, like I said, so it's basically no obligations, no strings, wherever you are in the world, whether you are in Australia, whether you are in the Netherlands, Ireland, Scotland, Belgium, Canada. I'm trying to think of where else I have shipped to. Ireland, Scotland, Belgium, Netherlands, Australia is on my list to send, Canada, trying to think of who else have I shipped to overseas. Or in the States or wherever. Sometimes it takes us a while to get stuff shipped out because, again, we do have to deal with the budget issue. But everything is boxed away, everything is separated so that we know who gets what. And we do make sure you get it. You can ask Twisted, you can ask Sarah, you can ask Walrus, you can ask Bros, Lethal, I think, if he is still on, Fallen, if he is still here, Little French Lady, Sea Chicken, Dr. Jekyll, oh, speaking of which, Twisted, did you get your box yet? Did yours come in? It should have gotten to you already. Because I know yours went out in the last batch. And I never asked if yours came in or not. And you don't ever post anything on Instagram to say, okay, so you had gotten it. Oh, see, so it might have been one of those things where I was just so sick I never saw you say it. Run it. No, you just need more shelves. I'm telling you. That's the trick. When you watch this show and you start winning stuff, you're going to need to build more shelf space once you start winning. Never fails. Like I said, I just sent Twisted a box that was about 14 by 12 by 10, I think. And it was basically packed. It was packed what he had. He's still working on your shelf space. Well, see, you have an excuse, Sari, because you actually moved. You actually moved, so you have an excuse. Twisted doesn't have an excuse. Twisted's not moved from his house. He just only ever has that one bookshelf that's off to the side. But one of the things I am going to do on the webpage is I do have to like re-photograph everything that's not been awarded. You moved the... Wait a minute. No. I'm talking about the move from up north down south. See, I was going to forgive you for that move. Second move, after the fact, that doesn't count. That's on you. That's on you and you alone. Oh, like I said, Allie, I had to take apart my train set at one point just to make room for everything that I was giving away. Like I said, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 places that are loaded with prizes waiting to go out. And I still have this pile of stuff next to me that I haven't had time to even add to the prize pile. And once I get it added to the prize pile, then it's got to go on a shelf so it doesn't get mixed up with the ones that haven't been awarded. So it's a lot. Like I said, there are at least, as you guys can see, 185 small prizes, which pretty much usually fit in the 2 filing cabinets. And then there are God knows how many large prizes that I haven't made room for. Like, I just got all the smaller hockey figures put in. Get water, salt, ice, and tequila and go for it. Oh, you didn't say tequila. Wait a minute. Twisted. You're going to get water, ice, and salt and no tequila? Who are you and where is Twisted? I had that problem at one point, Allie. Like I said, because I know you guys saw it a long time ago. I actually had the entire train set on Instagram one day. And it was like one of my first postings. No tequila! He breaking... Dude, you don't need tequila to break yourself. You just need to wave funny and you break yourself. But I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got like 5 4x4 tables and 1 4x8 table in the back corner that used to be my train set. And I literally had to take it all down just to make room for this show. The wife will be very mad. Well, the wife will be mad anyway. Is the wife will be mad and I'm drunk, or the wife will be mad and I'm sober? Which one's better for you? That's the question. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have hit the end of the list. And with that, we are going to load up the prize pile. And again, behind... I can't. I've got the stamp room in the back, but that room's a mess right now. That room is a total disaster right now because it is filled with boxes. It's still filled with folders. It has got the poker table is covered. I can't get to. To get to the printer, I have to go into the stamp room and work my way around to it. The stamp room is like a freaking... It is a mess at the moment. But yeah, it was funny. When I moved up here from Mississippi, it was a case of I found the stamp collection and I got into it and I was having fun doing it again. And then I found my old train set that I did have and I started playing with the train set and the stamp room got forgotten. And then sometime after I got the train set hooked up, I found the playroom and decided I could do a show on the playroom. And 3 years later, we're still doing a show, just not on the playroom. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to show you guys number 7, which nobody got. I saw rock crab, rock salmon, and a few others. The one we didn't get was a rock python. We were looking for a rock python. That's what we were looking for. Alright, so behind one of these is a player slot, which means somebody will be getting a shot at the vault. And behind one of these is a small prize. If you get the small prize, you may select the small prize, and that's what we will send you. Or you can claim a token. The goal of the token is to collect 5 before anybody else. If you collect 5 tokens before anybody else, you get, and give me a minute so I can pull it out. Without messing anything else up. Oh, and just so you guys know, this was something I actually bought myself. That I actually bought myself. If there's a trivia game out there and I don't have it, I will claim it at some point. But what we have for those of you that collect the tokens are 5 members of the Cantina Band from Star Wars. And I think there's supposed to be a 6th. I haven't been able to find the 6th one yet. If I can find the 6th one, I'm actually going to put him in with this. I'm going to have a good chance to look Saturday, but no guarantees. I got to figure out which one I'm actually missing from the 6, because like I said, I know there are 6 of them. I'm pretty sure there are 6 of them. And that's what you will get if you get to 5 tokens before anybody else. Alright, so again, nobody got number 7. So we are hoping behind number 7 is a nice big blank space. Behind Rock Python, we are seeing absolutely nothing, which means somebody will be getting a shot at the vault. Somebody will be getting the small prize. So let's see what we got. We got Sari with 4, Twisted with 2, Red with 1, Bros with 1, and John with 1. And as we always do, we start with the person that's got the most, and that is Sari, and we have to go through at least 3 a series. So, we're going to take the easy one off the board. Solid as a rock. It is so simple, it didn't give us anything. Well, how about don't rock the boat? Oh, and there it is, Sari getting the token or the small. Sari, so you'll have that free choice for you in a minute. And that means we got to finish Sari's up and see if she gets the vault shot. There is no vault shot for Sari. Alright, Sari says token. That'll put her at 3 tokens. See, I do have it right. See, just so you know, it does say 3. And that means either Twisted, Red, Rose, or John will be getting a shot at the vault. The question is, who will it be? Let's find out if Third Rock from the Sun, which Twisted actually stole from John. Oh, Twisted, your thieving ways did not pay off. Although you did kind of steal another one from Mr. Kusugi. You also stole Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Is it The Rock? It is not The Rock, which means the vault shot will either be going to Red, Rose, or John. Is it Rock the Casbah? One of the great make no sense music songs of the 80s. And it does not pay off for Mr. Red Walrus. So we are down to Rose and John. Is it Castle Rock, the place of the heart of Stephen King? Or is it Rock the Cradle, where we know we're going to send the FBI after Brooks? Is it Rock the Cradle? It is not Rock the Cradle. It is indeed Castle Rock, which means John will be getting the shot at the vault. Congratulations, John. The vault shot is now yours, which means you are going to have the chance to walk away with one of our larger prizes. What, don't call the FBI on Bros? Yeah, God knows what else they'll find out. Sorry, I had to go that way. I know, I'm ashamed of myself. So with that, John, we are going to run over to the vault just for you, my friend. And if you have seen the vault before, this is how it works. You're going to get to pick one row. Doesn't matter which row it is. And we are going to take one wrong number off of that row for you. Once we take that wrong number off, we are looking for the 4-digit number that you think will open the vault. So, John, first question. Which row would you like us to take an incorrect number from? That's because Alex Trebekbot just has no morals, Twisted. You should know that. All right, row 4 it is. All right, so from row 4, we are going to remove one incorrect number. So the fourth number in the combination cannot be a 5. So the combination goes from top to bottom. You pick one of the numbers in the orange row, then one of the numbers in the white row, one of the numbers in the blue row, and one of the numbers in the green row. We put those 4 digits together in order to make our combination guess. So, John, what combination of the numbers still on the board do you think is opening the vault tonight? All right, John says the combination is 6, 3, 2, 1. So we have the combination of 6, 3, 2, 1. We plug that into the vault. And we press the red button. And we hear... we hear the very, very sad sounds of the trombone, which means the combination is not 6, 3, 2, 1. So that means the vault is not yet open. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to decide what I want to do next. Let's do another. Hey, sometimes that's what it takes, John. Is you get your guesses in while there's still a lot of numbers up there, and you just keep working until hopefully you can get in there when there's a reasonable number you think is going to work for you. All right, give me 1 minute, guys, as I am going to flip this to get on the right screen. I'm going to flip this over to the prize screen for a moment. So bear with me 1 second. because I don't have a lot of stuff set up for Thursdays usually. Thursdays are kind of like mostly word games and such for the most part. And I didn't set up a what's my line like I was going to do. So what we are going to do at the moment is we are just going to set up the next four-letter word. And again, the principle is pretty much the same as previously. Who spin the wheel? Show spun it earlier. Show spun it. Hello, Miss Shy. How are we doing, beautiful? So with that, we are looking for this four-letter word that goes right down the middle there. Or wait, is it over there? I know it's somewhere. I never remember where to point. Let's see. Over there? No, over there. That four-letter word that goes from top to bottom. Each letter is complete. Each letter completes the appropriate word going across the board. So if you think it was yarn, would be boys, beat, reel, newt. Yeah, you did, Chai, because remember I asked you and you said Molly thought they were toys? And I'm like, no, let's not call them toys. Let's call them adult collectibles. I remember that because I so wanted to quote that, but because it wasn't in the text, I couldn't figure out how to quote it exactly right. In addition, for those of you that notice, you guys will see my name put up a question on the board, on the chat every 2 minutes, give or take. Basically, what we do is we take all the trivia questions that we ever use during a game and we transfer them over to a file. I think right now there are 312 questions in the file. I'm trying to think. I think there are 312. And basically, Wits, the bot Wits, will ask you guys a question about every 2 minutes, give or take. If you get it right, you get basically 2 whammies. The whammies can be spent 2 ways at the moment. We're still working on the 3rd way to spend them, which is one of the things that I'm going to change about the show. Is you can spend them on the wheel, which is basically another shot at a prize, a small game, a vault shot, more whammies. You can steal a list shot, somebody's list answer, and I think that's it at the moment. I'm trying to remember. Or there's what's known as the vault shot. And basically what it is, if you spend it on the vault, you basically get to guess at the vault, but you don't get any incorrect numbers taken off. So the vault's kind of like a really, I shouldn't use it till we're down to about 15 numbers, give or take. I will be honest on that one. It's turned off once we're down to 12 numbers on the board. It's basically that command is turned off because that would be very unfair to the people that participate in the games. And one of the things that I am going to do, and like I said, Walrus knows this, is I'm borrowing an idea from Zero Graph Theater, where we're going to put up a Hall of Fame, or a whammy Hall of Fame. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to give you your own whammy. Originally, it was going to be a game show theme, and then I'm like, no, if Twisted can give me a lot of possible whammies, we're going to use the whammies. And you can it'll be like a one-time spend for your whammies. So that means no money, no obligation, no strings. See, we don't do strings. Strings get all cockeyed and tied up and everything else, and it doesn't work that well. But it's going to be like another slideshow, and it'll have a whammy up there, and it'll have your name saying this. You are this whammy. And like I said, Twisted sent me one. I haven't downloaded it yet. I probably got to clean it up a little, Twisted, because it looks a little pixelated. At least the one that you sent. And then it will literally be, that'll be your whammy. Right now there's only one, and we got to work on some of the ideas for the others. I want to do ones like where he's pushing the lawnmower and kind of like super whammy coming out of the telephone booth. But we'll have to see, because I am not that much of an artist. So I always depend on my fellow artists that are willing to donate their time to do it. And Twisted has donated his time many a times. Nice try, bros. Believe it or not, this one used to be Oath. All I did was change the word. This one used to be Booze, Beat, Teal, and Hoop. And all I did was change the word that went right down the center. Yes, I'm evil like that. Plus, it makes it easy to put multiple puzzles together. I just lost my train of thought. So yeah, like I said, so what I'm probably going to do is we're going to use the whammies that Twisted doodles for us, and then we'll clean them up a little, make them presentation presentable, so that they're a little more, they're cleaner, not quite as pixelated. And then, like I said, we'll put together a wall, so to speak, that will have nothing but whammies and your guys' name to them. Siri stealing one right out from under you, Walrus. Because one of the things I thought about, because I'm still waiting for Freddie to answer his email, because I want to update the Clue game, but I'm still waiting for Freddie to send me his response to something, so that I can use some of his characters for it. But that's one of those things I'm waiting on. And again, guys, like I said, some of the stuff that you guys can win are things like Q. Ta-da! You could win Hot Wheels cars. You can win signed comics. Yep, that is signed. And if you missed the story about how I got the signed comic, check out the very beginning of the stream. Let's see, what else can I pull out real quick? You can win Napoleon Dynamite stuff with Kip and Pedro and Napoleon. You can win, or I send you stuff and you get shit back, and I'm still waiting to hear back from somebody about. You can win. These are some of the nicer things. You can win some of the Hamilton plates from Star Wars. There you go. That should make some people drool. I haven't figured out how to award these yet. I'm still thinking these will be largest, just one each, because I don't have the full set. You can win board games, Star Trek figures, Star Wars figures, DC figures, superhero figures. Let's see. Hockey figures, sports figures, pops. Somebody proposed on Jeopardy today to a contestant, or that's actually pretty damn cool. That is pretty damn cool. So they basically went for the full daily double. Oh, the contestant proposed. You can win cassette tape collections. What else can I pull out at the moment? I think that's all I can actually pull out right at this very moment. Did the contestant win in more ways than one? In other words, did they win the game and did they get a yes? That's the question. You can win. She didn't answer him. You can win Cthulhu art. Again, we're going to put that back in the bag. That actually, I have to put in the prize pile tonight so I can put it away in the shelving so it's not like lying around where the cat can knock it over. I am not pulling out the Prost chess set. As much as I want to, I am not pulling out the Prost chess set. That just is going to sit there for a bit. Let's see, what else could you win? And like I said, all these things we send to you with no strings attached. Zilch, zero, none. You don't have to donate. You don't have to subscribe. All you got to do, as the sign says, is watch, play, win. That's it. That's all you got to do. For Jeopardy? Yeah, that's it. She should have known to do it that way to start with. She should have known to do it that way to start with. Well, wait a minute. So the question, so I guess, how did he give the answer to start with? How did he give the answer to start with? He couldn't have said, "Will you marry me?" because that breaks the rules of Jeopardy. Oh, he didn't do it. Oh, see? Nope. Can't penalize her if we're not penalizing him. Can't do it. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. He broke the rules. Had to be in the form of an answer. And he didn't do it. I so want to open this Turkish Delight. I so want to open it. And I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so we are down to about a minute 13 left, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to a minute 13, give or take. You guys gotta help me out. What games do we want on Saturday? I gotta come up with games that'll get people in and participating. Well, I know what you want reel to reel, Walrus. It just takes me forever to find the video clips for that. Plus, I do want to clean that one up a little bit. I do want to clean that one up a little bit. And again, guys, please make sure you guys check out the website. It is thesamefan1.wixsite.com/listwits. Let me know what you guys think about it. Like I said, I got a friend that's helping me clean it up a little bit. Oh, it looks like the four-letter word won tonight. For four-letter word number 2, which has me wondering, should I show you guys what the actual answer was? I did this last Thursday where you guys didn't get either of them, and I didn't show either of them. But I feel like I'd be a little evil if I did that. Alright, now we'll show you. We will show you. The actual four-letter word that we were looking for tonight. And I don't think anybody was really close on this. I don't think anybody was really close on this one. The four-letter word was a surf. S-E-R-F. A surf. We had boss, beat, reel, and foot. So the four-letter word that we were looking for was S-E-R-F. And like I said, nobody was close. It's one of those where those last two actually threw you guys. Because I saw a bunch of plurals and a bunch of T endings. And we didn't have as many guesses as I thought we'd actually have for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that, it is 7:30. I think we can do one more list. What do you guys think? Do I get cheers for a list or not? And I don't mean bit cheers or anything of that, even though we'll take them. See, I know Sari will say yes because she wants the tokens for the Star Wars band. I know she will. It's a case of how many people do we actually have on the channel that are participating. That's always the hard part. That's always the hard part in this. It's like if it's only one or two people, then it's like, no, we're not gonna do it. If we get a few people that say they're still participating and watching the channel and playing along, then yeah, we'll keep going. So we will wait and see who is all still with us. All right, I got at least 4. I got at least 4 saying, yeah, one more. All right, so we will do one more tonight. See, that's one thing I've learned is basically when I'm down to a couple of people, it ain't happening. Whereas if I get, like I said, one night it was literally, it was Sea Chicken and Sari were the only 2 people that were even participating on the channel. And it was like, this is going to be a pain to do. And it was like at that point, I'm like, okay, that's going to be my deciding factor. The deciding factor will always be how many people do we have on the channel that are participating. Because I can sit here and talk forever and not do a game whatsoever, and I would be just fine with that. But, as we got a few people to request it, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are going to jump over to list number 2, and we're going to set this for 24 minutes, because that'll put us right at 8 o'clock. And for this list, ladies and gentlemen, if you were paying attention earlier when you saw when I had this up, you saw what phrase we were looking for. For this list, we are looking for family phrases. We are looking for words and phrases that contain the word family. And I will say number 5 is going to be the hard one. I will say number 5 will definitely be the hard one in the list. And there it went. Damn you, Siri. That's it. I refuse to say from here on out which ones are my hard ones. I refuse. And I am trying to, because I know those comments came in a lot faster than they should have. Because I know slow mode is actually on. You're not modded at the moment. Well, yeah, you are. You should have been unmodded a while ago. I unmodded everybody. I literally unmodded a ton of people. Because it was literally, I unmodded everybody but Lethal, Bros, Nerdy, and Jekyll. And that's just because I know Lethal lurks. And when Nerdy's here, he lurks. Because when I see 7 answers in a row, it's like I get people that yell at me. I do get people that yell at me about that. It's like, it's rigged, it's not fair, yada, 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 yada. Where was I? Nah, but YouTube doesn't matter, bros, because YouTube, I don't put a timer on that one just because nobody uses it, or at least I don't use it. If you're watching on YouTube, you have that advantage, but YouTube's naturally slower. I saw one from Sari, I think. Hold on, let me make sure. Yep, I did see one from Sari. There we go. Because, yeah, YouTube implements its own auto slow. I don't know how it works. Because when I saw Bros earlier with about 7 or 9 guesses all in a row, I had to look, and he only had like about 3 a minute. He had like 3 a minute, so I didn't. So it was like, okay. But when I see somebody like put in 7 of them in a minute, and then it's like everybody yells at me, it's like I don't have a chance because people are getting able to guess faster. That's like the only time I think the socialism label works. It's the only time I think the socialism label works. Alright, so series at 4, walrus is at 3. And let me see. That's because it's not Julius II. At least I don't think it's Julius II. I'm trying to remember because that was one of those questions that got somebody in Duel. I think it got twisted in Duel. Trying to make sure I'm not missing any guesses on the list. All right, so it was Julius II. I kept thinking it was Clement VII. I kept thinking it was Clement. So we are down to 3 items, ladies and gentlemen, on the list. And again, for those of you that are joining us, welcome to the List Wits game show. We are the only live interactive game show that comes to you live from Twitch every Thursday, every Saturday, where you guys are the contestants and you guys actually win the prizes. I had to put We Are Family on there. It's the only thing I liked about the Pirates is We Are Family. Damn, Sari cleaning up so far. So far, it's a Sari Walrus list, and there is only one left. And it's not. And ironically, I would have said Sly and the Family Stone would have been the last one. No, actually, I would have said Sell the Family Silver would have been the last one. That's what I would have said was Sell the Family Silver, and Sari knocked that one out like early. That's it. From now on, I refuse to say which one I think is the hard one. Or I'm going to pick a real easy one and say that's the hard one. That's what I'm going to say. Doesn't matter. They'll type with VR or something, bros. I almost had Nuclear Family on there. I almost had Nuclear Family on there, and I took them off for Partridge Family, I think. So yeah, if you had told me number 7 was the last one, I would have said you were crazy. Number 7 is The Family Circle. Whether you're talking about the cartoon or the magazine, it is Family Circle. All right, so we have our 10 on the list, ladies and gentlemen, and you guys only took 10 minutes to get it. And this is literally a Walrus Siri list. It's basically every name on this list is either Walrus or Siri. So with that, we're just going to run down the list because there's no point in playing first, second, or thirds with just two people on there. And we are going to find out who either gets the prize, the token, or the shot at the vault. And Sari will be getting the shot at the vault. And the prize goes to Sari as well. So it is Sari who cleans up. And she wants token number 4. So you guys... Now here's the funny thing. Last time we got somebody to 4 tokens, it was literally... Walrus couldn't get the 5th token for like 8 lists. It literally took 4 episodes for him to get that 5th token. Because either Sari was stepping in and step away, see Tona. Because Sari didn't care for the Voltron pieces. So she just basically give me the small prize. And she got, I think, 2 small prizes. I think Sea Chicken got 1. I think Twisted got 1. So it was like, basically, Walrus is just like, I'm going to get this one. And he doesn't get it. I'm going to get this one. He doesn't get it. So on and so forth. And it was like, he was literally fighting to get to that last token. Alright, so that puts Sari at 4. Yeah, it's a miscount on my screen. And with that, Sari, to wrap things up tonight, we are going to give you tonight's shot at the vault. All right, Sari, so with that, let me pause that timer. Which row would you like us to remove the incorrect number from? All right, 1 out of the green row. So with that, from the green row, we drop the number 2. So we know the last digit in the combination is not a 2. So Sari, what 4-digit number do you think is opening the vault tonight? Oh, Sea Chicken playing it smart and stopping Sari's guess at the moment. I was kind of expecting that to happen at some point. But nobody's ever done it during that point of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sea Chicken has just won himself a small prize. So, Sea Chicken, we will be giving you your small prize here very shortly. As the small prize does not affect the vault, we're going to get Sari's guess at the vault combination. Now, it only works like once every 45 minutes, hon. It only works like once every 45 minutes. And that was to keep people from doing wheel spin after wheel spin after wheel spin. All right, Sari says the combination to the vault tonight is 4638. You sure you don't want what's the other number? 6863? Oh wait, it can't be 6863 because we got rid of the 8 in row 2. Damn it! So with that, we plug 4638 into the computer. And we press the red bar. And we hear the very sad sounds of the trombone once again. Which means the vault will remain closed. But we have to go take care of Sea Chicken, who's going to get us out of here on a very, very happy note. Because Sea Chicken is definitely walking away with something. Alright, so give me a minute while I get the board filled up for you, see? And we are listening to Password. I wasn't sure which music that one was from. See, I know what Walrus is saving them for. Because like I said, Walrus knows what we're doing with it. We just got to get around to figuring out a whammy value for it. All right, Walrus, or no, Sea Chicken. With that, my friend, we need a number from you between 1 and 185. And basically, the treasure chests are getting smaller because I'm going to do some changing to this screen. It's going to be much like the list where you see the pirate with the treasure chest. And that's where you're going to plug the number in, and that's the one that's going to, like, expand. Or at least that's the one that's supposed to expand. And I'm making sure I'm on the right slide. Yes, I am on the right slide. So for Sea Chicken, in treasure chest number 29, he will be getting the Violet Pez. Oh wait, I know where that is because I just put these up. So with that, Sea Chicken will be getting, this is actually from Bubbles, from The Incredibles 2. Sea Chicken is getting his own candy dispensing tonight. That is the Violet Pez dispenser. So congratulations, Sea Chicken. That one is now yours. And like I said, that one is courtesy of Bubbles. And this is one of those where I asked you guys if I was going to put them all together. And everybody said, nope, make them separate. Make them smalls. And I'm like, all right, that's what we're going to go for. So that will be going to Sea Chicken. And I got to find an envelope because I got to make Sea Chicken a brand new envelope because I've already shipped this last one out. So there we see. And I got to put your name on it so I keep it separate from all the foreigner ones that will be going out shortly. So we go in here and we put sea tuna. No, we actually put Sea chicken. Yeah, hun. Well, I don't know if she saw it earlier or not, Walrus. But that is from Walrus right up there. And like I said, it's going to stay in public view. I just definitely have to rearrange my personal shelf. Because this is like all my personal stuff. So I have to start working on, I gotta work on sorting. Is that a Woody? It's a Listy! Wait a minute now. It's a Listy, see? It's a perfect match. Stash and all. Stash, glasses, hat, which, like I said, I left upstairs. And now, when I opened this and saw this, it's like, damn it, I want to run upstairs and go grab the hat. So again, thank you, Sea Chicken. This means a very, very much to me. So I got to figure out how to get you and I got to figure out how to get him and Riddler in the same scene at the same time. Probably means I'm gonna have to like go into the. Well, see, I can't do that either because that shelf is full of stamp stuff. I just have to make room for everything. And what Bubbles is saying is like, yeah, you need to start giving away more stuff. What did I say? Did I say sea chicken again? I thought I said walrus. So, with it being October, we're going to try to find some horror stuff to give away for next month. So we may actually do away with the treasure chest. Oh, I did say sea chicken. I'm sorry, I meant to say walrus. Probably because I just gave away walrus to the violet piece. So I am thinking next month there won't be as many treasure chests. What it will be is basically we will like start putting stuff off to the side to give away, such as the movies, the Nightmare Game. I've got the two mini bobblies, little big heads. Yeah, something like that. So I gotta go digging and looking to see what I currently have that qualifies as horror. Nightmare Before Christmas counts, I think, right? With it being October, I love doing October as a theme month sort of thing. So I'm going to do some digging and searching horror-wise to see what I have in the prize pile already. And we're literally going to take those out, set those aside for the month of October. And then from that point on, yeah, those actually came to me in the Nerd Crate, Walrus. Those actually came to me in the Nerd Crate. Because, like I said, I know I've got the Ash figure from Army of Darkness. I've got the Scary Tales. I've got the Hansel and Gretel. But I really think that's it for horror stuff that I have in the prize pile. I mean, seriously. And like I said, normally when I do the toy show in September, maybe into October, I pick up a ton of horror stuff. But I just wasn't that lucky this time. I was not that lucky this time in terms of finding anything horror things. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna be scrambling for prizes for October. I'm gonna be scrambling a lot. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap things up here. It is going on 8 o'clock. We got done reasonably early. About 3.5 hour show was never too bad. So with that, we're going to wrap things up. We're going to wish you guys a very, very happy September. Although we will be back on Saturday, which I do think falls in September, so horror won't count on Saturday. As we always say around here, you can exercise the body. Absolutely, the right thing to do. But exercise the little gray cells, because they are just important. And without these, the rest of it is just a big pile of flat. Honestly, that's all it is. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wish you guys a good night, and we will see you guys on Saturday with God knows what we'll be playing. Until then, folks, y'all have a very, very good rest of your week.